Good morning, everyone. I think I didn't mention any of y'all that I'm from Sri Lanka and my mother tongue is Sinhalese, and I do talk in Sinhala and write in Sinhala, but when it comes to professional work and communicating with others apart from my family and friends, I use English because it's much more easier for me to express myself. And this is a little something I gathered from my garden in the morning. Yes, if I tell you the truth, I love bird watching and there are many types of birds in my garden, and I live near the capital, a little bit to the suburb, but there are a lot of birds in my garden and trying to capture them is one of my morning routines. I thought of sharing some of my hobbies with you guys. If you take me, I love designing. Designing is the number one thing that I love to do. It's a hobby actually, even though I do it as a freelancer, it's a hobby that became a profession later. I love designing. Designing doesn't have to be 3D graphics. I love to design anything. I love interior designing, fashion designing, all those things are stuff that I love to do. And I also do baking. No, I can't say baking, but I love to do icing. I love icing cakes and cupcakes because I really love swirling and making flowers out of butter icing. It's fun. And I used to have a little business a few years ago where I used to sell cupcakes as a pastime for the fun of doing it. And the maximum order I did was about 200 cupcakes. And it was really fun. And recently I started using chocolate ganache and I love it more than fondant. Fondant is not edible for me actually. And I have been making cakes for my family and friends and to celebrate special occasions and little occasions and small achievements in life. I believe in celebrating small achievements because they lead to bigger ones. So I love to celebrate small things in life rather than a bigger one at the end, because memories matter and your hard work pays off. Thirdly, I love to read. I read a lot of books. I used to read a lot of physical books, and even if I go to bed at around 1 a.m. in the morning, I need to read at least a few chapters before falling asleep. It's a must. If not, I can't sleep. So for the past 2 or 3 years, I have been reading a lot of ebooks, Kindle, Wattpad, web novel, those things I use a lot, plus physical books. If I share some, one of the recent ones is this. Yeah, I love the BTS. I love their book, and especially these guys are inspiring for me. And I love how they started doing stuff and how they went beyond their difficulties. It's inspiring to read, and I'm still reading it. Actually, I started rereading the book again after some time, and if you can see, I have marked some stuff as well. I don't know whether you can see it, because when I read, when it comes to physical books, when I read, I love to mark stuff which I feel is important. I sometimes take out these books and go back to those marked places and read them out. See? Yeah. And I also refer artistic books that help my work. This is what I'm going through in the recent days to do how to model anime 3D characters, and it has been helping me a lot. Here you can see here I have a lot of this thing and that thing, and drawing figures is something a little bit hard, but I love to try out for my character modeling. And these type of technical books. This is an old book. I think I got it in 2008. These are old books that I refer when I do animations. Plus, I do read boring big books with too many technical stuff. Something I read. And it doesn't matter the topic or the subject of the book, because I love to read anything that I find, because reading helps me to enhance my knowledge. It's like this: when you take a design, your design brief could be with either medical, travel, business. It depends. The topic might depend, and you really need to have an idea about those. So reading helps me to have a basic idea of what type of design that I should do. So that means when I do a design, I do a little research on it, and then only I start my design. The next hobby is writing. I love to write. I write a lot, and as a kid I used to write to newspapers. I had about many of my articles published in the newspapers when I was a kid, when I was schooling. And writing has been a way of expressing myself and sharing my imagination with others, similar to the 3D animations that I do. And it has helped me in a way to connect with people, because I don't like to talk that much. So writing has been a way to convey what I want. Plus, listening to music. I used to be a singer when I was in school, but now I can't sing. And I used to play the keyboard, the piano. I have given up those things with some things that happened in my life, but I have been inspired again. I want to start, and it all started with BNS. If you're in Sri Lankan, you know what BNS is. Bhati and Santosh. Show that I saw for the first time this January, and it really did inspire me, because I find inspiration in very small places. And it was an eye-opener for me, because I went to a concert or a musical event after 20 years, and it really did open my eyes, and which made me realize I need to go out more, because I have been staying at home a lot. I didn't like to go out that much because of some various reasons that happened in my life, but now I'm going to change myself. I'm going to enjoy going out more. And I mostly go out with my mother, because I don't have a lot of friends, and I spend a lot of time with work, and I normally don't communicate that much apart from writing and apart from sharing my knowledge when it comes to Fiverr, where I work as a freelancer. And time I need to change a little bit of my ways and get more connected. I hope you guys can give me some tips and help me out how to get out of my bubble and be more open-minded and be more socialized. I lack those, and I'm still not that much comfortable with it. So I'm counting on you guys for tips to help me out and tips on helping me out on how to do vlogs in a better way in the future. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.